Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal compilation video today. Two patients in this compilation video. So you'll see this first patient here, very soft wax. So let's give you a bit of backstory to this patient. Lovely gent, wears hearing aids in both ears. I noticed that his hearing on this side, or I thought the hearing aid on this side hasn't really been working very well. So I changed all the filters and everything else with his hearing aid to make sure it was working as well as it could be. But then I came into CS because it still wasn't really making much of a difference. So what you can see here, we've got this very soft wax, and it's really kind of sticky. It's plugged the ear canal, but a very thin layer here at the top. You'll notice it didn't take much suction to open that top part of the ear canal back up there, but because it's been sitting just in front of the hearing aid, it's been causing no end of trouble for this gent. So what we're doing now is just clearing all that soft wax. So we've got the standard sized Zollner tube on here. So this is one of the first videos you've watched of ours. We use a couple of different tools. This is the standard sized Zollner tube. I originally thought this was a little bit of wax, but it's actually a mole stuck to the side of the, that's not going to come away with suction, that's going to stay there. So we're just going to go back in now and start clearing the remainder of this wax and skin. Now you can see we've got a good grip on some skin here. Now as we start to lift this up, we've got this very soft wax in the middle and this skin layer around the outside. I was just about to do a food analogy, and that reminded me, I must apologize to my American audience. I thought a s'more was too kind of, I went with a s'more in my last video. It's kind of like two biscuity things with I thought it was marshmallow in the middle, but it's not, is it? It's chocolate, I remember now. So yeah, I apologize. I have insulted a national snack and I'm so sorry. I will try and get it right next time. So you can see there with this patient, we're kind of wrapping all this dead skin from the side of the ear canal and sort of pulling it over this central portion of this sort of wax plug here. It's a bit like, I had a great food analogy for you guys. It's gone. Chinese dumpling. We all kind of gets puckered in at the top. It's kind of like that. You kind of pull it all together. You'll see it now in a second. Look, all the skins come from around the outside. It kind of wraps around that central plug, and then we can pull on the skin, and that's going to take this soft wax out. It's a little bit easier to pull on the skin than it is to pull on the wax, because the wax is so soft and sticky, it tends to block the suction, doesn't always come away really well. We've got a good grip here. Out this comes, and don't forget, this is the first patient in the compilation. There's a lovely little one subject with some quite big old chunky plugs in as well. So you can see this, the patient, the ear canal looking good. So this is what it looked like when we started. This is what it looks like now, so you can see a massive difference there. That plug's gone. This is the little wax plug that we took away, so a little wax dumpling, this one. So it's 1/2 centimeter, 1/4 of an inch, which doesn't seem like a lot, but don't forget there was a lot of dead skin and this much softer, kind of honey-coloured wax wrapped around it, which had done a lot of the blocking up in here. Now, obviously, guys, I'm not on the screen at the moment, as you could probably tell already, and that's because I'm in our other clinic working at the moment. I don't have access to my green screen. Now, we have got a new member of staff started, so we are kind of moving clinics quite a bit at the moment, so we're settling our new member of staff in. So I will be kind of appearing on the screen and not on like videos like this, just depending on which clinic I'm in at the time, but bear with me on that one. I will be back soon, I promise. So let's give you a little bit of backstory for this particular patient. Now, you can see we've got this really deep, thick, sticky layer on the eardrum itself. So this particular patient wears NHS hearing aids, been really struggling, bless him, with this one particular side, really not hearing very well, bless him. Him and his wife been having some very difficult conversations back and forth because they find it really difficult to talk to one another. So came through to clinic today for us to clear this off. Now what you will notice is that we've got the wax has actually almost dried onto the eardrum. So we have put some olive oil in here already, but you can see it got down so far. It started to coat it, which is loosening this a little bit, but it hasn't got all the way down. Now, this is going to be quite sensitive for the patient, bless him, just because when you're working this deep in the ear canal, it's ultra sensitive, and when it's really sensitive like this, sometimes the patient can feel a little bit of like a pinch or a scratching sensation. You'll see, there we go. I didn't actually touch that wax then, but what happened was the side of the, you'll see it again now in a second, just as we get a grip and start to move, patient was starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable there. So I'm going to try and just coming in from a different angle. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this drier wax on the side here, because I think all of this is connected together. So if we can remove some of this, or certainly loosen some of this side section here, it's going to make it a lot more pleasant for the patient. stick with this video, guys, because when this comes away, it shocked me at just how much was down here and hiding around in nooks and crannies and around the corners and everything else. But obviously this piece of wax is tough as old boots. It doesn't want to really budge here very well. I'm just loosening from the side because I'm about to put some olive oil in here and loosen this off the eardrum itself. I just want to get a leading edge come away, which we've got. If we can flood this with olive oil, which we have, then what's going to happen is when I get a grip on this, it's going to come away a lot easier because the oil can work now behind that piece of wax down to the eardrum. So let's get a good grip on here. We're going to give this a little bit of a wiggle. Here we go. Very gently. I've slowed this right down. I really want you to see this coming, this little bit coming. Oh, not this bit. No, that's a good bit. Don't get me wrong. It's not the best bit though. So when we're coming into this bit now, we're just going to start to grab hold of this and just start to pull across to the side. I know it's coming soon because I've only just done this patient. There we go. See that? Look at the movement there around the suction tube. Look, 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 look. There it goes. I told you to keep an eye on it. So as this is starting to come away, I just thought we're just going to get this little bit peeling away. Watch this space. Look at all of this. Look at it. Look at the top left corner, down the left hand side, across the bottom, into all the recess. The whole thing is on the move. You can see all the dead skin there, like peeling away, that whiter material coming back. I know you guys are going to rewind this and have a look at it again in a second, but you can see this coming away. There we go. I'm putting slow. I know I've slowed the video down here, but I'm putting slow and steady pressure on this to draw the whole thing forward. Look at that. Now look at it behind. We were just holding that little tiny piece, but look how much of this is pulled away. You can see why this poor gent was having so much difficulty hearing his wife now with that hearing aid in. So we're just gonna pull this. A difficult one. This very loose flaps like this are always difficult to hold on to especially when they've dropped down, because when you try and get the suction grip, you want to be square onto the front. Very difficult to do when that moves backwards then. So you can see as I'm pulling, we've got it held teeth in, holding up at the top, holding down at the bottom as well. I shall breathe. There we go. Just pulled up the bottom section sheared away, but it did pull this top section forwards. Can we? Yay, there we go. We got a good grip on it there. Can we pull that section away? Yes, we can. Look at it. It's connected to that section in the bottom right corner as well. Do you see that coming away? All the dead skin. Look at that white material underneath. Dead skin with this hard wax sitting on top of it. No wonder this poor gent couldn't hear, bless him. They were, it sort of dried onto the eardrum, really restricted the movement. But look at this bottom section. Look at what's in the recess. Let's take this away. Just trying to find a good grip. There we go. Oh, it's almost there. Look at that starting to pull away from the base there. Look at it all coming out the recess. My goodness me, this poor patient. You can see just how much was down there. We will show you a before and after shot as well, and I will line everything up on the rulers as we normally do there, guys, as well. So you will get to see that in a second. But have a look at the difference here. I'll just nip this little bit away on the left-hand side. There we go. Look at the difference in that eardrum. That's what it looked like when the patient came in. You could see that little thin layer in the middle there. That's what it looks like now. Massive difference. Oh my goodness, this gent was so pleased to be able to hear his wife again. And to be able to hear in stereo as well, bless him. So I've bunched it all together on here. So we've got 1.5 centimeters, half an inch there of very dry material. Now, it really didn't look like there was that much down there, but yeah, it was really, really impacted down in there. Oh, guys, that was a good one. I enjoyed voicing that one over. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I do. If you did enjoy it, give us a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it, then consider subscribing to the channel if you don't mind. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I'll see you again real soon. All the best, guys. Bye.